Imagine waking up at 100 years old with joints that still work, legs that still climb stairs, and a mind sharp enough to tell great stories. That's not a fantasy. The daily reality for a surprising number of modern centenarians, people living past 100. With an energy most 60-year-olds wish they still had. Here's what we often miss. These people aren't doing extreme workouts or taking miracle supplements. Their fitness hacks are simple, repeatable, and deeply tied to how the human body actually works. Today, we're digging into the real science behind how they stay strong, mobile, and mentally alive for a century. And you'll walk away with habits you can use right now. Let's get into it. Here's what matters first. Centenarians rarely exercise. They move, constantly. Researchers from the National Institute on Aging found that frequent low-intensity movement, walking, bending, squatting, carrying keeps mitochondrial function high and slows muscle decline. That's important because mitochondria are the tiny engines inside your cells that decide how fast you age. Most centenarians walk between 7,000 and 10,000 steps without ever thinking about steps. They garden, they cook, they sweep their floors, they visit friends on foot. This constant, gentle work does three big things. It keeps blood sugar stable. It maintains leg strength well into old age, and it prevents the stiffening that comes from long hours of sitting. Their lives keep them moving without forcing it. And that's a powerful, anti-aging strategy. If you study people over 90 who can still live independently, one thing stands out: strong legs. The Japanese longevity study tracked adults for 10 years and found that leg strength was the single strongest predictor of who would remain mobile after age 80. And the surprising part? Many elderly individuals never used a gym. Here's what they do instead: squatting while working in the garden, sitting on and getting up from the floor several times. Day climbing hills and stairs as part of daily life, and lifting small loads like water buckets or groceries. These simple movements train the quads, glutes, and balance 3 systems that decide how long you stay physically independent. If you want a centenarian-style habit, start with this. Get up and down from the floor once a day. It builds strength far more effectively than most people realize. Modern fitness often pushes intensity. That works for athletes, but for long-term health, not so much. Centenarians don't burn out their nervous systems with constant max-effort workouts. They protect their joints instead. Why does this matter? High-intensity exercise releases more inflammation when done too frequently. Recovery slows with age, and chronic stress speeds aging. Plus, heart strain from repeated peak exertion raises long-term risk. Their bodies stay youthful because they avoid chronic overload. Instead, they follow a natural rhythm: move often, lift occasionally, and rest enough. Repeat every day. This avoids the high inflammation spikes that modern gym culture often creates. Here's something fascinating. Centenarians don't live soft lives. They experience small, regular stressors that condition their bodies. For example, walking against the wind, carrying firewood, working in cold mornings or warm afternoons, climbing small hills daily, and doing chores by hand. These micro-challenges strengthen the cardiovascular system, improve balance, and maintain muscle fibers that usually fade with age. This is hormesis, the biological idea that tiny doses of stress make your cells stronger. If you want to borrow this hack, take the stairs more often. Carry your groceries instead of using a cart. Take a morning walk in cooler air. Do light housework manually instead of always relying on machines. Small effort, huge benefit over decades. Longevity communities share a similar eating pattern, even though they live in different parts of the world. Their meals usually provide enough protein to maintain muscle, enough fiber to keep gut bacteria healthy, and enough micronutrients to protect cells. And critically, they time their meals early. Centenarians often finish dinner before sunset, which allows the digestive system to rest overnight. This habit keeps nighttime inflammation lower and improves insulin sensitivity. Their food supports their fitness far more than supplements ever could. Strong bodies don't last if the mind collapses. Centenarians stay mentally sharp because movement is part of their social life. They walk to see friends. They cook for neighbors. They spend time in groups where laughter, conversation, and touch keep the brain active. Neuroscience is clear on this. Social engagement reduces cortisol, strengthens memory circuits, and protects against cognitive decline. Movement plus community equals a powerful combination against aging.
Ow.
If you want to copy this, walk with friends instead of sitting. Join a group that meets in person. Make chores social, cook with someone, garden with someone. Fitness becomes effortless when it's linked to connection. Falls are the biggest threat to older adults. Centenarians avoid them because they preserve their balance naturally. How? By walking on uneven paths, working in sloped gardens, daily bending and reaching, and carrying loads on unpredictable terrain. This trains the inner ear, stabilizer muscles, and coordination every single day. Want to try it? Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth? Simple, but it activates balance systems that fade if ignored. So here's the takeaway. Modern centenarians don't live long because they found a magic supplement or a trending workout. They age well because their daily habits force their bodies to stay alive, alert, and capable. Move often, strengthen your legs, embrace tiny challenges, protect your social life, eat for recovery, and train your balance like your future depends on it, because it does. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who wants to live strong for the long haul. Your future self will thank you.